We have successfully escaped the main homicide office. And we're in a maze.
These walls get painted every 5 years or so. These walls get painted It indicates your exit choices. What you see is what these walls...
And I suppose you're going to tell me which way goes left and which way goes right. Maybe left is going to take me towards the coroner and right is taking me towards the garage. Oh my god. I mean, if you say your game's got 200 rooms, I guess that's one way of artificially increasing the number.
Somebody sure must work hard to keep these floors so shiny. These walls get painted the elevator doors. It's an ordinance in all city buildings to post evacuation routes. These walls get the elevator call button. Detective, you'd need the strength of Superman to pull those open.
We don't need that. We've got a pry bar.
Stop. Detective, use the call buttons to the left of the elevator doors. Stop. Detective, use the call buttons to the left of the elevator doors.
Again, clicking prematurely.
Holster your weapon. There is no imminent threat upon your life.
Okay, so I assume that we're getting that message because we're using the pry bar on that, which is actually very funny.
You call the elevator.
So dramatic. Where are we going? Do we get a choice? Oh, that sound effect. No, thank you. I don't know if I could work in an office with... Oh, fuck. I said, oh, fuck, because of the panel, not the elevator music. What in good God? Press this button in case of emergency. This is the alarm bell. This button holds the elevator open for slow movers. This button allows you to close the door sooner than later. Main lobby, park center. Basement, SID, that's where our evidence is. Second floor, records and identification. Third floor, detectives headquarters, better known as the working man's floor because, you know, women aren't a thing. Fifth floor, personnel. Seventh floor, anti-terrorist headquarters. Sixth floor, headquarters of the chiefs. Fourth floor, property, and eighth floor, comms. We saw the basement mentioned earlier, so let's go down there.
You select the basement as your destination.
This music. Oh my word, I can't. I just can't. I'm deeply concerned. Do we really have 8 floors to explore? Gonna have to check that out very shortly.
The floor shines.
If the floor's shining, that's usually a safety risk.
The elevator doors are closed.
I'm not looking at the elevator.
Last paint job, 1978.
Oh, look at these chairs.
Parker Center office furniture, not currently needed.
SID, polygraph section, hours 8 AM to 4 PM, Monday to Friday.
Last paint job, polygraph, SID. Entrance door to SID. Parker Center desk, not current. Last paint job, authorized personnel only.
Alright, we're not allowed in there. Are we allowed in here?
If you want to get to SID, move closer.
Really? SID, counter hours 7:30 to 1800, Monday through Friday.
The door's closed, so must be SID. Carrie, neither knocking nor pulling opens the door.
What kind of door is that? Maybe it's like an evidence flap or something? Again, this looks like a photograph and then they photoshopped that on the right hand side there.
The The elevator doors are closed.
Alright, I think we are obligated to check out every single floor of this building if we can. I'm not going to spend too long on each floor, I just want to see if we can go there.
Pressing the button, you call the elevator.
I'm deeply concerned. Do we really have this much territory in our police station?
You select the 8th floor as your destination.
Alright, we're not getting out here.
Under construction. In other words, no access. You select the 7th floor as your destination.
I have no idea why elevator music just gained a bunch of... What the fuck?
Don't be playing with the buttons. Choose a floor, detective. Your action is unwarranted.
My action is totally warranted. I mean, we're on the counterterrorism floor, I believe.
The anti-terrorist officers sure take their job seriously, detective.
That's the opposite of taking your job seriously. What the actual fuck?
You select the 6th floor as your destination.
Hey, watch it!
This is giving me gremlin flashbacks. I don't know if this will change throughout the game, and this upsets me greatly because I suspect it's going to change at one point during the game. We're not going to know about it, and I'm not going to think to check it until consulting the walkthrough. Oh my god.
A bucket of water. Since when did you become a janitor? Boy, can he handle a mop.
Alright, what else we got here? Personnel and property?
You select the 5th floor as your destination.
Go on, get out of here. I'm busy.
That's right, I can fix... No, I can't access my gun. Christ.
Boy, can he handle a mop. Boy, can he... This is a man's man. Better keep your big paws off him.
Can I grab that?
This is a man.
No.
You select the 4th floor as your destination.
Jeez, what a doofus.
I have a gun, dude. Okay, so the 4th floor is accessible. The actual hell is this police station?
It's a city-approved and purchased trash can. Ron Ball, bomb expert, killed in the line of duty.
How did he die?
Carrie, it's a memorial. Don't remove it. That would be disrespectful.
It's a memorial directly above a trash can.
Carrie, there's no need to open this up and look inside.
That... I got nothing. That seems incredibly disrespectful. Okay, we can't go this way, so we got some doors. Maybe one to the right there, and maybe one up there.
4th floor hallway, Parker Center. 4th floor hallway. 4th floor. The floors shine.
Alright, we're not getting much exposition here.
4th floor. The elevator door. Entrance into property. Entrance into property. You can't reach the door from...
For fuck's sake. Actually...
You can't reach the door from where you are.
Yeah, we've got to walk closer, so let's do SID downstairs.
The roll cage is down. Property is closed. You're at the property counter in Parker Center.
Is this where we drop off evidence, perhaps, or pick stuff up?
You're at the property counter. These are the call buttons for property. The roll cage is down. It's locked from the inside. Besides, Carrie, if it's closed, it's closed. You ring the bell, but receive no answer.
I imagine we need to come back here later in the game.
Pressing the button.
We've heard that. So 4 is open, 3 is open, basement is open. What about 2 and 1?
You select the second floor as your destination.
I imagine we're going to be able to explore here, surely. Never mind.
Hey, watch it!
You select the lobby as your destination.
What a goober.
Once again, I have a gun, dude. This light fixture here.
The ashtray designates this as a smoking permitted area.
Never mind, it's an ashtray.
A disgusting mess today. Cigarette butts and candy wrappers.
I assume what they've done is they've taken photos and photoshopped stuff in, because this and this just do not jive with the backgrounds. They just don't. It's an interesting effect, I'll give it that, but oof.
The lobby vending machine, circa 1972.
Can I purchase anything unhealthy?
If you want a candy bar, you'll need to pay first.
Maybe I need a candy bar for Valeria. Valeria? Valerie. Because, you know, sugar makes little kids happy all the time. What am I looking for? List change.
You drop 65 cents into the slot. The lobby vending machine. The lobby. Getting candy out of a machine is a little like winning a prize.
Is it? 65 cents for that.
Chewy, crunchy, chocolatey candy bar.
Those were the days.
In order, the flags are the Los Angeles Police Department seal, the City of Los Angeles flag, the California state flag, and the American flag.
I can barely see them.
Dare to keep kids off drugs.
Park Center visitors check in at desk. Jail visitors stay to the left. There's a jail downstairs, perhaps?
Main lobby to Parker Center. Main lobby. This is the check-in desk for Parker Center for both employees and visitors alike.
Okay, who are you?
Officer Bill Linder, main lobby guard.
Hello, Bill. How's it going, Detective?
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Detective.
Hey, Bill. Seen any good movies lately?
Well, Detective, I haven't seen any new releases. The wife and I are mostly renting videos and catching up on the summer movies we missed.
Hey, Bill. Seen any good movies lately?
Well, Detective,
We talk about how I was called a goober and it's weeb or whatever, but a cleaner's upstairs.
This is the check-in desk for Parker's. The counter feels old and worn.
Feeling pretty bad, Detective? Maybe the wife and I could set you up with one of her single friends. You could come over for dinner, you know, informal-like.
Time and place, Kerry.
Feeling pretty bad, Detective?
I don't approve of that. Alright. Can I get out of here?
Last night, the LAPD was shaken to its roots as Officer Robert Hickman, Police Officer of the year 1992, was found brutally slain in a South Central neighborhood. Heading up the Hickman investigation is veteran homicide detective John Carey. Carey is best known for solving the murder of Lane Blair, the stunning actress featured in many of the action-adventure Straight Shots movies. Detective Carey has been unavailable for comment, and all requests for a formal statement from the department have been denied. However, we have been told by an unofficial source that the department is looking at this as a gang killing. As the investigation continues... Oh, wait, here comes Detective Carey now. Detective Carey, over here. Christy Bilden with KKAT. Detective Carey! Detective Carey, would you care to make a statement concerning the murder of Officer Hickman?
No, shut the fuck up and go away. No, I want to walk off here. We do not talk to the media. Chances are they're just making shit up. I mean...
Could you comment on the speculation that this is a gang-related murder?
No, I've got no comments. Let me through.
Detective Carey, is it true that Officer Hickman's body was found partially nude?
You're partially nude as well, man.
What about the reports that Officer Hickman's body has been tortured and mutilated?
Tortured, yes. Mutilated, no.
Detective Carey, should officers now on patrol in South Central be concerned about their own safety? Has any gang claimed responsibility for Officer Hickman's murder?
That to me sounds like bullshit.
Detective, would you care to comment on the cause of death? There have been reports coming out of the coroner's office that there were no gunshot wounds. Is that true?
How is this stuff leaking? TMZ wasn't a thing back in the day.
Detective Carey, please comment on the circumstances surrounding the murder. Is it not true that although Officer Hickman worked in the South Central Division, he was not on duty at the time of his death?
They don't know that he was working undercover.
Detective, what are your gut instincts concerning this murder? Was Officer Hickman the hero the department made him out to be?
Look, can I just get past you and walk to my car? Can we stop doing the cha-cha, please?
Detective, violence against the force has increased in the last couple of years. In light of last night's events, what precautions is the department going to adopt?
I'm not going to answer any questions. Just let me through. I can't walk anywhere else here. Alright, can I look around at least?
Parker Center, built 1955, also known as the Glass House. Seasonal flowers brighten the front of Parker Center.
National Police Week. I can't imagine that's not a permanent fixture.
It's National Police Week. Take pride in your profession.
Ugh. No comments.
Bermuda grass, a trailing southern European grass. The Los Angeles skyline is filled with various styles of architecture. The Los Angeles seasonal. Christy Bilden, reporter, KKAT TV. It's cameraman Joel Miller.
Okay, so we're familiar enough with these two that we know their names. We're not describing them as just an annoying reporter and an annoying cameraman. We know their names.
Detective Carey, there are unconfirmed reports that Officer Hickman was working undercover at the time of his death. Can you comment on what his assignment was? Was it related to the known drug traffic in that area? Detective Carey, people are talking about your personal relationship with the deceased. It's public record that you attended the academy with Hickman and were assigned patrol status together in the Hollenbeck area. Will your past friendship with the deceased allow you to investigate this case objectively? Do you think the department is correct in assigning you as lead investigator when, in reality, you're investigating the murder of your best friend?
I don't like that tone of voice. Once again, I'm impressed by how much dialogue is here, but I just want to get past you. I'm not talking to you if I can avoid it.
Detective Carey, there are unconfirmed reports that Officer Hickman was working undercover
Oh,
at the
we're
time of his
looping.
death. Can you comment on...
I say that and then we immediately start looping.
Detective Carey, please comment on the circumstances surrounding the murder. Is it not true that although Officer Hickman worked in the South Central Division...
Yeah, we've heard this. He was off duty.
Detective Carey, is it true that Officer Hickman's body was found
Partially naked. You're partially naked as well, ma'am. Can I just show you my badge and leave?
She knows you're a cop. That's why she's interviewing you.
Can I touch you inappropriately?
Could you comment on the speculation that this is a gang-related murder?
I got points for that.
What do you think you're doing? Hey! The physical abuse I have just experienced at the hands of Detective Carey is consistent with the treatment I've received from this entire department in trying to report this story. As a reporter and citizen of this city, I fear for our First Amendment rights. I'm Christy Bilden, reporting for KKAT.
Alright, well that didn't look terribly bad, but I don't know how to feel about that. Have we done the right thing there? Should we have spoken to her? I feel like not talking to the media is a huge part of good police work though. I'll go with that for now. So I've got a very important question. As someone who has never seen Los Angeles in real life, what the fuck am I looking at? Can I... No, I can't cycle using the right mouse button here. South Central LA, Parker Center, the Morgue, Police Academy, Hickman's house. Okay, so I imagine the coroner's here. We need to go to the academy to practice our shooting. South Central LA. I don't know if we were at 77th Street last night. Let's check that out first. Oh, that animation. They've removed the dumpster entirely. Wow.
It's police banner guard tape, torn and useless. It's the Lucky Mini-Mart dumpster. The dumpster now sports a lock. It can't be opened. The alley echoes with violence and desolation. Many businesses back...
I don't think there's anything we can do here, but let me just try walking down here. Oh! Could I have come here last night? Bullet holes? Bullet holes.
It appears that slugs from a firearm are lodged in the wall. These same graffiti call letters appear elsewhere in the neighborhood. The cinder block wall is pocked with bullet holes and marked with the same graffiti that decorates other areas of this neighborhood.
Can I make notes?
What is it you wish to notate?
The bullet holes.
Detective, notating the bullet's presence could be important. Detective, notating the bullet's presence could be important.
It is important, that's why I'm trying to do it.
The graffiti looks familiar. Maybe you ought to take a closer look, Detective. The surface looks like cinder block, exactly what it is. Recognizing the graffiti, you make a notation. Detective, notating the bullet's presence could be important.
Okay, I got points for the graffiti, but I don't think I got points for the bullets at all. Even though it says it could be important.
Empty freight containers. This field must be used to unpack stolen goods.
Bit of an assumption there, but okay.
As you suspected, all that's left is packing material. Extraneous criminal elements might be important to your case.
Oh, was there maybe something in here last night that I missed?
Post-fire plant life attempts to emerge. Post-fire, the ground is dusty and dry. The window glass is gone. Possibly it exploded out during the fire. It's amazing this wall withstood the fire that burned this building down. It's amazing the window glass is gone. This must be a replacement door for the one lost when this place burned.
I was not expecting this place to be this large. Holy crap. Ah, okay. How large is this place? Holy shit.
The Washington home, a modest house in an older neighborhood.
Oh, I'll just walk on by for now.
Don't wander off. You're on assignment, you know.
I feel like I've been wandering off the entire time. Okay, so the Washington's house is here. Clearly we need to go inside and take a look. Yeah, the art style in this game is super weird. You look at that house in the previous screen, and then you compare it against, not this screen, but the next one over. Some of them look very, very good, like that house. And then you got this Rainbow Cafe, or the next screen after it, which just looked like a... No disrespect, but it looks like a pile of vomits compared to what we just saw at the house. There's a lot of stuff around here. So that leads back into the alley.
Detective, don't wander off. You have an investigation to complete.
Okay, so I've got about 5 screens to deal with here. Jesus. Okay, there's a little bit of a break in the video there because that's where I need to stop recording for the day. What I did while I was offline is I took a look at the intro sequence again, and I need to speed you up just a little bit more there. I've confirmed that if I attempt to walk down the alley or attempt to walk left from this screen, nothing happens. Specifically, if we go to the back there, nothing happens. If we try walking left, we actually walk underneath the tape. So I believe all of these other areas were inaccessible on the very first day. I have played for about 2 more minutes because I've loved the recording. What I would like to do is I would like to check out the morgue first, which I believe is over here, and get some information on the body. Then what I'll do is I'll go to Hickman's place, which is this one here, and have a chat to Catherine and Valerie and make sure they're doing okay. I can then either come back to the crime scene or I can go to the academy for some shooting. I might do some shooting first, so first things first, let's go to the morgue.
Los Angeles County Morgue, the final resting spot. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's the front entrance to the LA County's coroner office.
What was that?
It's the front entrance to the LA County's coroner office.
That sounds like one of my lines. It's the front entrance to the LA County Coroner office.
Los Angeles County Morgue.
Yeah, there's nothing else around here, so I'm just going to go straight in.
Entering the morgue always provides a sense of anticipation.
Hi, Detective Carey.
was hoping to get away from the terrible music, but no, it's somehow gotten worse. Oh my word.
It's Sherry Moore, the girl everyone adores.
In the late 80s maybe, but I'm not sure this game takes place in the 80s.
The county spared no expense to furnish the coroner's office. The county spared no... The county... Detective John Carey. The partition separates the boys from the men.
I don't approve of that phrase whatsoever.
The county spared no...
Especially as we're standing in front of, you know, a woman.
Incoming and outgoing baskets. Incoming and outgoing baskets.
That's terrible.
Incoming and outgoing casket.
No.
Hello, Sherry.
Nothing?
I'd like to see Deputy Nobles. Is he available?
Show me your badge.
You know who I am.
I'd like to see Deputy Nobles.
Show me your badge.
She's just following procedure.
You can go on in, Detective Carey. Someday I'd like to be a movie star. Wouldn't that be fun? Sometimes, Detective, I sing in the car.
I mean, don't we all, but we don't say that out loud.
Someday I'm going to visit a foreign country. I hear Hawaii is really nice.
I'm not American and even I know that's a lie.
I just love your suit. Sometimes I like to sleep standing up and pretend I'm a horse. Detective Carey, did you know that Russell Marks gets all his corny jokes from Cynthia Joseph? It's really hilarious. I always get confused if there's 48 or 50 states in America, and then there's Guam. I don't get Guam. I can count backwards from 100. It's kind of hard, though. You know, Detective Carey, I have a hangnail. It's really awful. Did you know that when people say it's raining cats and dogs, that it's not really raining cats and dogs? It's just a phrase. Did you know that I can gargle and sing at the same time? You know, sometimes I wish I was an astronaut. I think of water as my friend because there's so much you can do with it. You can boil it and freeze it. You drink it and wash with it. Water's really wonderful. Did you know that once I sang the Star-Spangled Banner in a talent contest? Well, I did. Detective Carey, did you know that Russell Marks gets all his corny jokes?
I need to get out of here now.
Hello, Detective Carey. What do you call two guys with no arms and no legs hanging in a window?
Haven't heard that one before, but this is morgue humor, so the answer's going to be absolutely terrible.
I don't know.
Kurt and Rod. Go right in, Detective.
Curse and Rod, come on, game.
This is the way station for the morgue. This door leads to the lobby. This is the the ultimate cold storage. This county garbage can. Russell Marks, assistant to Deputy Coroner Sam Nobles.
It's not Nobles, just some other asshole.
This.
No eating, no drinking.
Hey, Detective, leave that there. I throw things away all day long.
Do not remove. This is an official sign. You don't work here, and these aren't your things.
Alright, fine.
Hello, John.
Well, at least the music has quietened down a bit.
This is County Coroner Examining Room 275A.
275A. What about the other 274 or 540 if we have A's and B's?
Gray's anatomy maps. Each vein, skeletal structure, and organ is charted and coded for your convenience. This doorway leads to other examining rooms. This is County Coroner. This is
That drain. Ugh.
The shelf contains chemicals for flushing body fluids. This counter contains a very large sink. The sink is large and stained a most particular shade of brown. This is County Coroner.
I wish I hadn't looked at that.
The morgue is filled with all sorts of equipment. Room 275A, light switch. Room 275A, light switch.
It kind of seems odd that it's pointing that out. I've got a horrible feeling that what I might need to do is flick the lights and then steal something, but that would be a crime. That would be a terrible thing to do.
6-inch utility knife, limb saw, fillet knife, the zipper, and various forceps and scissors cover the tray.
And they're all terrible.
6-inch. The morgue is filled. This is county. This scale weighs the various organs from an autopsy. A lot can be learned from the weight of an internal organ.
Can it? I'm not a mortician, Chad, so I'm not actually sure.
This window allows sunlight to filter into the room. The body of your best friend now has an incision from the groin to the larynx.
Jesus. Cut him right open.
Sam Nobles, Deputy Coroner, Los Angeles County.
Alright, let's have a chat to the coroner.
Hello, Sam. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Sam. You got a minute?
You bet, John. Fire away.
Multiple choice. I need to ask about the Washington kid, but let's ask about Hickman first.
Sam, what can you tell me about Bob?
Why don't you begin at the beginning and begin by asking me the specifics? That way I won't miss any topic you might want to explore.
Fine.
Sam, have you completed Hickman's autopsy? What are your preliminary findings?
The autopsy is complete. Beyond the surface evidence, I found a ruptured gastrointestinal tract. Fluids were sampled, and I'm having toxicology tests run, including all known poisons.
A ruptured gastronomical tract or something. Sounds like he ingested something. Hopefully not a bomb.
Have you made a determination on the cause of death? Sam, what killed Bob?
There are no gunshot wounds on the body. There are, however, 2 injection marks on the upper left arm. The eyes have been glued shut with some form of epoxy,
Jesus!
and there are burn marks to the face which look consistent with a cigarette burn. Then, of course, there's the missing index finger on the right hand. Torture, poison, maybe. Definitely not natural causes.
I was thinking about the missing finger overnight, and it mentioned index finger there. It's not the pinky, so if this is historically accurate, this is not Yakuza related.
What is it you're trying to say?
I'm trying to talk to the coroner. Let me move out of the way. Oh, for fuck's sake. An attempt was made. That's the same, isn't it?
Have you made a determination?
There are no gunshot wounds on the eye. Then, of course...
The eyes were epoxied shut. That's awful.
Sam, will you go over the physical marks found on the body?
Yes. There are 2 injection marks on the upper left arm, the burn marks to the face and upper torso, the epoxied eyes, the missing index finger, and then there are restraint marks. The restraint marks appear where you would most expect to find them, on the ankles and the wrists. At these points I found fibrous material, all very consistent with what you would expect to find at a torture scene.
Lovely.
Sam, what can you tell me about the body lividity?
Lividity appears 2 places on the body, first and most notably on the buttocks. This would indicate to me that Hickman died while sitting and then was left in that position for a period of time. Or, once killed, he was moved to a sitting position and then left for a time. The second area of lividity appears on the upper back and shoulder area, and I believe resulted from the time the body spent in the alley.
Sounds like he died sitting down, strapped to a chair, being tortured.
Sam, do you have a preliminary back on the toxicology tests?
Not yet, John, but I believe we'll find that Hickman died of poison as opposed to, say, a heart attack. If Hickman was killed by poison, it could have been a slow and painful and quite obviously torturous death. There are signs of stress around Hickman's eyes which would indicate that he was alive when his eyes were glued shut and he attempted to open them. Also, the burn marks on the face are a bit irregular, not perfectly round. This could be attributed to Hickman jerking or pulling away as his face and body were burned. All in all, a gruesome end.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam? Were you able to find anything substantive?
Actually, John, I was able to lift fibers from the areas of restraint. I imagine these will turn out to be rope of some kind. Of course, the body was covered in alley debris, so it is difficult to determine what extraneous materials will actually pertain to the killer or killers.
Can I have the fibers?
What about
Actually, John, of course...
Sam,
why don't you begin?
I think we've asked everything here. I went into the
Sam,
autopsy and that gave me a few other options. Yeah, we've seen everything here. Alright, let's ask about Bobby Washington.
Sam, what can you tell me about the youth?
Exactly what would you like to know, John?
I mean, I'd love to know who shot him, but we know who he is. We'll ask anyway.
The boy's identification? Confirmed, and if so, by whom?
The Lucky Mini Mart owner confirmed the body as Bobby Washington, a local neighborhood boy.
That's it.
Has the boy's family been notified?
Yes, and as I am sure you can imagine, the mother is near hysterics. Her name is Bernadette Washington, and she lives around the corner from the alley. The poor woman is so upset she can't yet bring herself to come down and claim the body, or the few small trinkets we found on the boy.
Entirely understandable. We've seen that place where we went right from our car, so I imagine we're going to have to go there at some point and speak to Bernadette. Cause of death, gunshots?
Sam, do you have a preliminary on the boy's cause of death?
I counted 17 points of entry, John. The boy was mowed down, execution style. Cause of
Jesus.
death? Gang violence, if you want a personal opinion. Professional opinion, the youth was killed by gunshot wounds to the head and body.
17 times. Fucking hell.
Has the boy's autopsy been performed yet?
Yes, it was, John. I was able to pull 3 slugs out of the body. They look like 9mm. I've sent them over to SID for a ballistics check. The body is in cold storage, waiting for the family.
That's probably where the fibers are gone as well, to SID. Nothing else there? Okay, I think we've asked him everything that we can ask.
Rather grabby, aren't you? Rather grabby, aren't you?
Can I fiddle with this light switch? I'll just make a save first. If indeed I can find the save button, because F5 doesn't work. The hell is this game?
Leave the lights on, Detective. Nobles is working. Detective, your expertise is investigative work of a different kind. Leave the tools.
Yeah, you know, plus just looking at those tools makes me feel a bit queasy. Can I look at Bob
The
directly?
body of your best friend now has an incision from the groin to the larynx.
Can I see it?
John, please don't touch the body. John,
There's not much left to say. There's not much left to say. This counter Rather grabby, aren't you? Since when do you know anything about plumbing? Leave the chemicals to the pros.
John, I have that scale precisely tuned. Please don't fiddle with it.
Stay out of the sink, Carrie. It's unsanitary.
I would think that would be very sanitary given that we're working in a morgue. We'll be keeping that clean all day, every day. Okay, so I've learned a couple of things. It sounds like this guy died in absolutely horrendous circumstances. He was working undercover, but he was tortured to death, strapped to a chair, injected, had a cigarette pushed in his face, had his eyes glued shut, which is fucking terrifying, and eventually maybe he succumbed to poison. And then he was dumped in an alley. There was a witness in the alley who heard gunshots, and I'm guessing what happened is the kids saw what was going on, and the people who dumped him in the alley decided to make sure that the kid wouldn't be able to report what happened. Bloody hell.
Why did the idiot think he was a king?
We've got to hear it.
I don't know.
Because he went to the dentist and got a crown.
Use of force is unnecessary at this time, Carrie.
Yes, it is.
See ya, detective.
Detective, she might not be a brain surgeon, but in this world, that's not a death sentence. Put the gun away.
Fine.
To protect the innocent, your trunk is locked.
I grab the shotgun and go back
Your
inside.
key unlocks the trunk. Use of force to this degree is unnecessary at this time. Detective, leaving. Leaving. Leaving.
Alright, so to leave here, I've got to use the map screen. Alright, so let's head to the Hickman house, and how much information do we give them? Do we tell them how he died and that he was possibly strapped to a chair and tortured to death? Oh boy. That was a very long black screen there. I don't imagine we can walk off here, but I'll try.
Don't wander off. There's work to be done. Don't wander.
What are these sound effects?
It's your car trunk. The Hickman residence. A beautiful LA sky. The yard reflects Catherine's love of gardening. Double-paned windows are good insulation for both heat and cold. The yard reflects... It's the front door to the Hickman family's residence. The feel of the grass is reminiscent of summer days. Watch out for splinters. Watch out for splinters.
Alright, let's knock on the door.
Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell. What a cute kid Valerie is.
I think that moved comically fast because I've turned the speed up.
It's Valerie Hickman, Bob and Catherine's daughter. The Hickman residence. The Hickman residence. Double-paned windows are good insulation for both heat and cold. The Hickman residence. It feels like aluminum siding. It feels like a...
You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to ring the doorbell. I would think it would be there or maybe there, but I can't click them.
Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell. What a cute kid Valerie is.
Hi, Valerie. How you doing?
Hi, Uncle John. You want to come in? Mom, Uncle John's here.
Clearly on good terms, calling us Uncle John.
To the left, the hall leads to the private areas of the house. In original oil, perhaps? Floor lamps provide excellent light for reading. Fresh flowers in the house, so very Catherine. Powder blue, crushed velour.
I don't approve of those couches.
This table was built by Bob 4 years ago. It appears to be Bob's personal items from work.
Oh.
Bob crafted this table to match the coffee table. Lovely wall art. The shelves contain mementos of Catherine and Bob's life together. The living room decor is friendly and homey.
I suppose I can just walk off.
It appears...
Yep.
Hi, John. Thanks for coming over.
How are you, Catherine?
Cerebral
I
question.
don't know. I can't believe this has happened. It's like a nightmare. I keep hoping I'll wake up and Bob will be alive.
Did she know that he wasn't coping?
Catherine Hickman, widow.
Catherine, I've been assigned lead investigator on this case. I need to ask you some questions. Are you feeling up to it?
I suppose so, John. I just can't believe this is happening. I don't know what to do.
Are we asking her or are we going to tell her what we've learned? Yeah, work-related stress. We definitely need to ask her about that. I think I'll just start from the top and work my way down.
Catherine, the department is aware of the fact that Bob was taking sedatives.
John, how could you say that about Bob? I'm sorry, I can't talk about this right now.
I think I might have just screwed up.
Valerie, do you understand what's happened?
I think so. Mommy says Daddy's in heaven and he's not coming home anymore.
You know, Val, that you always have your Uncle John if you need anything, right?
Does she need a candy bar? Kids love sugar.
My mom says I have to eat some real food first before I can have a treat.
Okay, good kid.
Valerie, can you remember anything that happened the night your dad went out and didn't come home?
Well, my mommy and Daddy were fighting about his work coming home.
Fighting about his work coming home.
Was your dad bringing a lot of work home, Val?
I don't know. He always kept it in the closet.
Oh, we're gonna have to snoop, aren't we?
That's a nice dress you're wearing, Valerie.
Thanks, Uncle John. It's okay.
It's also not relevant to the investigation.
That's a nice dress you're wearing, Val.
Thanks, Uncle.
Let's look in
Gary,
here.
that box does not belong to you. Leave it alone.
There might be something important in there.
It appears to be Bob's personal items from work.
Can I go this way,
Bye,
perhaps?
Uncle John.
No.
Knocking seems... What a...
Hi, Valerie. How you doing?
Hi, Uncle John. You want to come in? Mom, Uncle John is back. Mom!
Hi, John. Thanks for coming back. I'm sorry I got so upset. I really don't know what I'm doing. Everything is happening so fast.
I understand, Catherine. I hope you're feeling a little better.
Immediate thoughts are, let me try asking a few different questions. I might also need to hand over the photo, perhaps, before she'll speak to us.
To whom do you wish to speak?
Catherine, I really need to ask you some questions. Can we try again?
I'll try, John.
Why would she know anything about the missing handgun? For all we know, he had it on the night and whoever was torturing him took it off him.
Catherine, I can't go into the details of Bob's death due to the investigation, but if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them.
That's all right, John. I spoke with that lovely Miss Moore and Mr. Nobles at the coroner's office. I know all I need to.
To whom do you wish to...
Catherine, Bob's gun was not found at the scene. Is it here? Do you know if he had it with him the night he went out?
His gun isn't here. I already looked. Bob's captain already asked about it.
Catherine, can you tell me what was going on with Bob? What stress was he feeling? Was it strictly work-related?
He would tell me that he couldn't stand to see the little children and the innocent families hurt by all the street violence. He was beginning to hate the gangs. He was having a hard time staying impartial.
That's it?
Catherine, can you tell me what was going on?
He would tell me that he couldn't stand to see the little children and the innocent families. He was beginning...
Okay, you gonna run off if I ask this again?
Catherine, the department is aware of the fact that Bob was taking sedatives to combat work-related stress. Do you think that Bob could have been abusing those medications?
He combined them with alcohol use, John. He would drink and take the sedatives and become verbally abusive. The pills he took, they're in the closet.
Okay, so we got some info. I just had to come back.
The shelves contain mementos of Catherine. Rearranging Catherine's knickknacks is not something she asked you to do.
Is this the closet here?
The hall closet.
Yes. All 6 pixels wide.
This shelf is cleaner than most. Show a little respect, detective. Keep your hands to yourself.
We're looking for the medication, dude.
Lightweight jacket. Mrs. size 8. Denim jacket. Raincoat. Menswear. Winter sweater. What you see is reaching into the pocket, you discover pocket lint. Reaching into the pocket, you discover a prescription bottle. Reaching into the pocket, you discover pocket lint. Reaching into the pocket, you discover pocket lint. Reaching into the pocket, you discover pocket lint.
I think that's all we're getting.
Reaching into the pocket, you discover pocket lint.
Lint and a bottle of medication.
Bob Hickman's prescribed sedatives. Careful, the cap is already loose on this bottle.
Maybe I need to take that to the coroner, perhaps.
Catherine, the department is aware of...
He combined them with alcohol.
Okay, let's show her the sedatives.
Catherine, are these the sedatives Bob was taking?
Yes, please take them out of this house. They cause nothing but grief for us.
I would think that the more time he's spending sleeping, the less grief he'd be causing. That's sort of the philosophy I apply to my own life. This photo. Just taking a look at this
The
code again.
photograph taken of you and Hickman at the lake, the time you caught the big one.
Just making sure I've got that code written down. Gunner 88326. Got a feeling that it's going to be very important.
I remember that summer well, John. We had a lot of fun. Val learned to fish and I learned to water ski.
I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Maybe I can make some notes.
Don't take any notes, Detective. Catherine might feel you're not here for her as a friend.
You know what? That's fair. That's the memo telling us to shoot some guns. I think that's all I can do here. She reckons the handgun is not here. It was stolen on the night, perhaps. Work-related stress. Apparently there's nothing going on at home. It's all work-related. Right. I'll come back later, perhaps.
Thank you, John. Thank you for coming by.